Presented by Elevate and Thrive.
For the first 6 or 7 years of my encounters, my life was a living nightmare. Rarely, if ever, were my memories of what happened to me taken away. I was left with an unfiltered record of horror, paralyzed and subjected to experiments, both physical and emotional, by beings that seemed part biological, part robotic, and entirely alien. They communicated only telepathically, never a word spoken. They could project any reality directly into my consciousness, controlling my perceptions with screen imaging. I was utterly at their mercy. My world was upended. The trauma was so deep and persistent that all I wanted was revenge. I hated them. Every encounter left me more isolated and desperate. They kept me almost completely paralyzed, extracting what they wanted, forcing me to learn their symbols under a system of punishment and reward that felt senseless and cruel. For me, it was alien boot camp. I simply didn't know how to behave in their world. But as the years dragged on, something began to shift. Once I learned to navigate their bizarre social structure, the fear and terror faded. I began to see and experience things that defied all explanation. I became involved in their agenda, witnessing, even participating in mass abductions where millions were taken. People were shown visions of Earth's beauty, then its devastation, and taught environmental lessons. It was as if they were trying to awaken us to the damage we were doing to our planet. One experience stood out. A man named Doug, abducted from his car. I became his guide, helping him through the ordeal. Years later, our paths crossed at a UFO conference. He didn't recognize me at first, but something clicked. We ended up collaborating on a documentary, and Doug went on to devote his life to helping others, creating water purifiers for disaster zones and pioneering sustainable technologies. He attributed his transformation to that abduction experience. As I gained more freedom in these encounters, I was given strange gifts, like a black box containing the tar and poison extracted from my smoker's lungs. This technology, I realized, could remove pollutants from the human body. By extension, it could heal the planet. What if we could pull toxins from the air, the water, the soil, heal the Earth atom by atom? The technology was almost alchemical, able to extract impurities at the molecular level and return nutrients to depleted soil. I saw firsthand how this same principle could be applied to cancer cells, tumors, or environmental toxins, offering a vision of planetary and personal healing that was both immediate and profound. But the technologies I witnessed went far beyond this. All communication was telepathic, mind to mind, never spoken aloud. They could project any reality or image directly into a person's mind, controlling perception with perfect clarity. Their devices and ships were operated entirely by thought. Tools, controls, even the ships themselves responded to intention, not touch. I saw them move through dimensions, becoming invisible while occupying the same space as humans, and manipulate time itself, returning people to the exact moment they left, sometimes even before they had departed. They had, in a sense, conquered death, achieving longevity, and living long enough to learn from their mistakes, unlike humans limited by short lifespans. Their mastery over time and space was intimidating. I once watched myself walk through my own living room. A duplicate of me returned before I had even left, demonstrating how time could be bent and reality itself could be layered. I also witnessed their ability to compress and transmit vast amounts of information. What takes us pages and pages to write, they could encode in a single symbol or flash of light. An entire movie, a lifetime of knowledge, compressed into a moment and delivered directly to the mind. Sometimes the information would unfold instantly. Other times, it would unravel slowly, revealing itself only when the time was right. There were other beings too, not just the so-called greys, but reptilian types and even fully human-looking individuals who had been raised and bred off-world, now returning to blend in among us. I learned that these visitors had been watching us for millennia, seeing humanity rise and fall, repeating the same cycles of technological advancement and environmental destruction. They had seen us come to this crossroads before, on the edge of either evolving as a species or self-destructing. But this time, They offered hope, a chance to break the cycle, to heal ourselves and our world. The message became clear: humanity is at a turning point. The tools to heal ourselves and our planet already exist, some in the hands of secretive agencies, some waiting to be revealed. If we could form a global foundation, gather the world's best minds and resources, and restore the rainforests, if we could forgive the gatekeepers of secret technologies and allow them amnesty, then we could access the tools to save our planet, and perhaps ourselves. The technology that pulled the tar from my lungs could pull the poisons from our air, our water, our soil. The thought-activated devices, the ability to manipulate time and space, the knowledge transfer systems, all of these could transform our world, if only we had the courage to unite, forgive, and act. Through all the terror and confusion, I emerged transformed. I learned that the human spirit is resilient beyond measure. Even the darkest experiences can become catalysts for awakening. And we, each of us, have a part to play in the healing and evolution of our world. We stand at a crossroads. We can destroy ourselves, or we can evolve together. The future is not written. The choice is ours. If you are moved by this journey, know that the path from suffering to hope is real, and that the tools to heal ourselves and our world may already be within our reach. The time to act is now.
Brought to you by Elevate and Thrive.